to me.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. In motion right, Olave. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara always got some breathing room. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Now, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
6-18.
Here's Carr to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop the throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Vikings at 4-5, a game under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Tua to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. 29. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
694. Kill.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. In motion, the tight end. Now Carr throwing on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Throw to the right, held in by Addison. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Tua. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Watch it, Oscar.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as the defense couldn't come up with a big play. In fact, they got 6 more than they needed. A gain of 8 on 4th and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Carr to throw on 2nd down. They'll get this out to Kamara. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a long. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. This is caught by Addison. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. To the 43, 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. In motion right is Smith. On 1st down, Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, 734, 93, 93.
To throw, it's Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Go ahead.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another run now from the Wagner. Loose inside the 30. Spinning past him. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now. His first 2 carries of the ballgame. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson from 21 yards away. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away. They've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
29. 29.
He'll drop to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
6:37.
Carr going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Tua sets up to pass it. Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Addison hauls it in. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Tua. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
First down, Saints. Right Monday down. 93. You're mine. That's up.
Now a play fake. Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 7. Smith, the man in motion left. Now Carr again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. And a lead to 4th down. Blake Gillikin on the punt here as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the line. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possible reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's dropped underneath to the longer. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back on the way for the second half. It's out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's Tua. Complete. Jefferson the target. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. This one right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Tua now on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. That escapes the sack. Being chased out left. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. Looking to pass. Tua drops this off with Nwangu. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for our defense because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken at the 46. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but #4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And here's Ryan Wright now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Look at the big fella go. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. On play action, here's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's from sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Tua sets up to pass it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
In motion right, Olave. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Shotgun now for Carr. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. In motion left is Thomas. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down. The slot man in motion right. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
On first down, Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Carr. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Lucene.
And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Here the Vikings now start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, Everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Takes it to about the 37.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
To the sideline and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Now Tua. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You're mine.
Throwing now is Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Carr going to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by a Cam Edwards. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. That was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be the response to the game?
No, what a second half, the adjustment. Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.